Okay, so here I took a 3-meter cord and started adding these 3-meter cords onto it using lurkhead knot, and then I chose 2 cords to make one square knot like I have done here, and this was the main cord where these cords were added and the square knots were made. And here you can see this side is somehow this one is attached with the cord, with the knot, all the other knots. So I'm going to show you now how I attached all the this cord and these so what I'm going to do is make 2 lines together. So we already have 1 square knot line. We're going to make 2nd and 3rd line here. Okay, so here you can see we have completed 2nd and 3rd line in here, and I'm going to show you how I accumulated this one with the knot. So now it's the turn. Here you can see on this side this goes inside. So what I've done here, this one just bring here and not use in making any knot. So like bring over the side one but don't use it. So that stays down there, but I'm not using it, as you can see. Okay, now on the next line, you will not need it to make it. So again, I'm making 2 lines together. So as we know, we're not going to make here because there are just 2 cords in this one. So this line there are going to be no more knots at the end. So on the 3rd line, sorry, on the 4th line, we're going to accumulate this with the last cord, which will be with these 4. Okay, so now again we're going to do the same. Bring this one through here and not use it in the knot. Just stay in between. And as we know, this knot is going to be in front of this line, so don't tighten it as so that it goes up to the next, like the third line. It has to be in front of the and then if it is, this one is loosened, then you can bring it down. So yeah, make sure that your knot stays in front of the line and keep making it like that. So here you can see what I've done is we started from here, and now we have completed this much, which is it's 11 inch, 37 lines of square knots. Okay, now what you will see on both sides here, 2 of the cords I'm going to choose from one side, which is this side. I'm going to choose, so I'm going to choose the long cord. Two are the longer cords. What I'm going to do now, how long cord we have? Got almost 28 inches long cord. So I'm going to cut again the same which are on this one side, and I am going to pin it down like this. 160 centimeter length these are. Now I'm going to fold into half and use lug head knot to add these cords on these two like this. Okay, now keep adding all the cords. Now when we're done adding the cords, what I'm going to do here is start making another line from this place. So what I'll do, I'll try to make 2 lines together. Okay, so as you can see here, we finished all these side cords. Now I'm going to take 4 of them and make a square knot. And the same with the second line. Okay, so here we can see we've started, and again keep doing the same. cord, and now you will see we have got 5 cords left. So what we're going to do with the 5th one here, this stays in between, but we're not using it as we've been doing for other side. So just leave it like that. Okay, and make the second line. Here we go. Right. And if I start the next line from here, the 4th one, so again we will be taking 4 cords, 5 cords. This one just goes in there and stays there, do nothing, and then we're using 4 of them too. You cannot. There you go. And just pull it down slowly. Okay, so this time I'm trying to make 3 lines all together. Here we go, so keep completing it until throughout, and again we will be doing the same thing on this side as well. Okay, so here we have completed this part. So what I'm going to do, just fold it like this and sew this part, and then before that I am going to complete this. These two together and start knotting with the next. There we go, and cut down the one of them, and then take this one as well along with this and then knot. So here we can see that they all together very closely, so we cannot make another knot around here. So I'm just going to take 3 of them and start making knot with the next one. Just take the first knot just next to it, go on to it again, and there we go. Okay, so I take this again with it and go over it, same. So keep following this process like this, and this time you'll be getting 2 of them together, because there you can see these middle 2 are 2 together. So I'm gonna hold this one along with these and this obviously, and then make knot. Yeah, so you have to be mindful of which one goes where, and then how do we, like this. So here I am just going to finish that end, and I'll leave the end part, and I'll show you in the tutorial later because I've left it for now. And here you can see it is left, and then I folded the part which I showed earlier, and there is, you can see the end, and the end is still needs to be finished. And now you can see I've got needle and thread. So thread basically is the same cord, and I'm going to use this needle and cord to sew this part which I said in the beginning. And what I'm going to do, as we always tuck somewhere the end part while we're sewing, this time I'm not going to use that to tuck somewhere. I'll just leave the end part, and I will tie it when I'm finishing the ending together. And I'll do the same on the other side. When I complete the sewing, I'll leave a little bit part, and then I'll be using it to finishing part. So yeah, you can see how I'm sewing it. So here I have used sewel, you can see, but I'm going to change it to the D-ring. So because this part which I'm making, I'm going to use it on to make the sides of the bag. So here I'm adding 2-meter long cords of same twisted cord of 2 mm thickness, and add 4 cords and make 2 square knot to begin with. But in the D-ring, which I'm going to show you in a minute, that I have used D-ring, it was a mistake of using here. So yes, don't do that if you're making with me, but yeah, use the D-ring. Okay, now after making 2 cords, take 4 middle cords and make another square knot. Now this much we're going to make again, like one more time, and then we're going to start making the side part. So basically 2 more square knot for the next line, and then 1 more square knot in the middle for the next line. So you can see I have taken the shawl out and I've used D-ring instead, and as I said, I've made 4 lines. Now I'm going to use it to attach the side and complete the sides as well. So you can see one side I have done from beginning to half. So I'm going to just completely show you the ending, and then I will show you the beginning on the other side. So what I'm doing here, you can see I am taking 2 side cords. Once the middle cord, in the middle we have 1 square knot. As we know from this design, we have one line of 2 square knot, and another line, in the another line we have just 1 square knot. So once we have one middle cord or middle knot, we're just taking 2 side cord from the side, this side out, and and then making 4 using 2 from the middle, 2 cords from the middle square knot, and then the side ones, and then making 1 square knot here. So this time we will have 2 square knot in the line, and then I'm doing the same from the other side. I'll be just completing this square knot, and then I'll be taking 2 side cords out of the as we can show you in a minute. So here you can see we have completed this side square knot, and now we have 2 cords left on the middle and 2 cords left in the side. These, you can see, this square knot is done, and then we have 2 middle cord and then 2 side cords. So these 2 side cords I'm going to use to take out from the side again using the crochet hook like this. And once these are out, so they will be intacted with the side, and then I am taking 2 middle cord and again making the square knot as I did on the other side. So basically I've done the same throughout, but I will show you the beginning on the other side in a minute. So now once you complete this end, what you can do, you can take these cords inside from the bottom, which I'm going to show you, and then complete inwards or inside the ending part. How do you cut and all that. Okay, so here I'm making another square knot in the middle, and I'm going to complete the side square knot on both sides for this part as well, and then I'll be taking the cords inside. So here I have completed the end. What I'm going to do now, take all the cords one by one down through the other side. You can see I am also attaching the bottom part. I'm not just taking the cords through, I'm also taking the cords through the bottom side, so you can see the bottom part will be attached then. So yeah, take two and two cords out, or I can see inside, and then we will be doing the finishing part from inside. So here you can see I have turned it to the other side. Now I'm going to use these cords to make 2 square knots, and then I'll be taking these cords through some knots just to make those fixed. And as I said, we have one side ending, so I'm going to use 5 cords in one square knot and 4 cords in one square knot, just to attach the sewing side from just to attach sewing side basically. So yeah, I'm taking those cords through the knots first, and you can do the either way. You can make the knots first and then take the cords through these knots and then cut the endings. So here you can see I am finishing the knots. After finishing the knots, I'm going to cut the ends and then use glue gun to secure it. Now I'm going to finish this end. So what I'm going to do, first of all, cut the middle part as we do, and then take the last cords and leave last one and make double hitch knot. So here I'm doing the same. I'm making double hitch knot with the last one. Now what I'm going to do is cut the middle cord but have the side cords and bring them downwards using this is crochet hook through few knots so that we can keep them secured. Now I'll be using this other part as we've done in the beginning to complete. So this is how I started. So we can see the three cords are done, and sorry, 3 knots are done, 3 lines of knots are done, and I'm on the fourth one. And on the fourth one, as you can see, we only have one middle square knot, and I'm taking 2 side cords through one side and making one square knot using 2 middle cords and the 2 side cords, and I'm going to do the same. So that's how I added basically, and I kept doing until the bottom, and you obviously have seen how I finished the bottom. Okay, so here you can see I am trying to finish the side before I complete the other side. So you can see I'm bringing the cords of which were the end side and bringing two downwards, and then I am going to cut them down. So bring through two to three cords or knots, and then then cut them down, and then you can finish the other side. As you can see, I have only attached the side part from one side, and once I complete this, I'll be going to do the same on the other side, which I'm going to do now. So what you have to do, the middle part was attached to this side, so you have to bring the cords through both first part and the second part instead of doing this, which I'm doing here. So here's the complete part, but yes, the side or the middle part has to be added on the same side on both. Okay, so here I'm added 4 cords on the sewal, as you can see, and these 4 cords, so basically bag, belt. So for on these 4 cords are of a 4 meter length, and I am taking half a meter cord to make the wrapping knot around it. Now after making this wrapping knot, I'm going to make the beginning part, and then I'll be just alternating square knot with some gap. So for this part I have not shown enough in the beginning, but yeah, and at the end you can see proper part. And for now I am just after you can see 3 inches. Here I've finished this part, and I'm now going to start making. So I'm making the alternating square knot using, as I said, giving 2 inches gap. So basically I'm bring now, when I said alternating, so basically I'm alternating the cord. So I'm keeping the side cord in the middle and middle cord on the side alternate. So now I have finished the belt, and at the end I am going to now start making the ending part, which I said I'll be showing properly. So now I have 15 inches cords, as you can see, and this side, the beginning part which I have started in this belt, which I'm I'm doing here. So basically I'm just using some double hitch knot and trying to make a pattern of the double hitch, using double hitch knot and the square knot. Okay, so this is how I finished my pattern. Now I'm going to use a wrapping knot again to finish this ending part. So here I'm taking the sewel, the second sewel, and putting all the cords through it and fold the cord and then make a wrapping knot using another half a meter cord, as you can see, just to finish the end, just to keep the end same as the other side. So after finishing the back belt, here I've finished the cord, the ending, and I'm going to just use the glue gun and just finish or shorten those cords so that we have quite finish ending it inside as well. So here you can see I've just chopped it, the ending on the inside, and once you push it in after adding glue, or I'd say hot glue, then it's just going to finish it like this and push the corners inside, and yeah, the bag sides are finished with the two compartments simply. And yeah, I'm just here why I have added or made this part which I'm going to do now, because I didn't have enough part to close it. Add some part in there to make the closing part. So here I'm going to add in the middle 5 knots places, 80 centimeter cords, folded them into half, and then add them as shown. So basically I'm adding 5, and then I'm keeping 5 other 50 centimeter or 60 centimeter cord to make the square knots onto them, because I'm adding in the gaps. So you can see I've added the 5 cards. Now I'm going to take a 60 centimeter or 65 centimeter, you can say. I've actually used 60, and the 60 should be enough. So here you can see I have made a square knot on the first one. Here I'm making, and I'm going to do the same on the other 5, and then keep making a few lines as shown in the next part. And yeah, and then we'll be making this closing part. So yeah, this is one of the idea which you can use when you have a small closing part. And how can we make the closing part bigger, so that our the closed top looks bigger, and you can, yeah, it can, the back can be closed properly basically. So here we can see we have made few lines, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 lines basically. I completed 7 lines. Now I'm going to finish the border. So I've taken 2 cords from the side, and again I'm making the same design which I've used in the tutorial before, but this time I'm going to partition the cords into half, and I'm going to start making this from both sides and meet in the middle. So just leave one cord in the middle and meet in the middle, and then finish in the middle this time. Okay, so here you can see we have done from both sides, but only we have just one cord in the middle, and I'm going to, so here what I'm doing, I'm taking two cords, two middle cords from both sides and overlapping them, and then I am making a one double hitch knot in on both of them, and then I'll be pulling those middle cord from both side, and that's how our all the knots will be intact. And then I'll cut all the side cords as shown, because then you can cut the side cords and just keep the middle parts and then make a wrapping knot to fix it or to secure it. So I'm going to cut all the side cords with the very edge, and then I'm going to take the middle, all the middle cords, and make a wrapping knot, small wrapping knot, and then basically finish or the cut off the cords with equal length, and that's how we will finish our ending. And then we're going to add the magnet button onto it. So you've got half an inches magnet button. I'm going to use it uh, first on the bottom part and then on the top. So here you can see how, that's how I think most people are going to use for on the bottom, but in the front you will see how I'm adding. I will not try not to show any button on the top, which will be a little tricky thing, but we can do it using crochet hook. Yeah, so here we got the bottom button added. Now I'm going to add the top one. So as I said, the top one will be the tricky one, because we don't want the bottom buttons part shown on the other side on the bag. So I'm just using two inside knot, or make a part using crochet hook, a little bit of hole, so that our buttons parts can go through on both sides, and then we're going to try to push the buttons part inwards so that we are not able to see them outside.